Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about the Xbox Showcase because I just watched it. It was about an hour and 10 minutes, and it was actually fantastic. Now, all the games they're showing are also coming to PlayStation 5, so it's not like you have to have an Xbox to enjoy the Xbox Showcase, but this has to be one of their best ones, at least in recent memory. For years and years and years, I feel like this had so many games that I'm so actually excited to play and analyze trailers, and I feel like so many of these showcases we've gotten lately, they're like 80% filler or crappy games or stuff that just doesn't look interesting. I mean, just literally in the last couple days, we had a State of Play that honestly was half decent, and then we had Summer Games Fest, which was mostly a wet fart, but this is a game, the entire showcase, there was a lot of duds in this, but I feel like it was 90% good stuff, a couple insane reveals, including a new Xbox handheld finally being confirmed, and I want to break it all down, the goods and the bads. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I want to start with some of the reveals that to me were by far the most fun. Persona 4 Remake is real! Now, this is the first Persona I played. I played this back on the PlayStation Vita, and it utterly melted my brain. If you've never played Persona 4, it seems like most people have only played Persona 5. I know Persona 5 is by far the most popular Persona of all time, the highest selling, the most fan art and stuff like that. Persona 4 is still absolutely my favorite, and maybe that's just because I played it first, but, you know, after playing Persona 3, playing the original version of Persona 4, playing Persona 5, I feel like I still appreciate Persona 4 the most because it felt so contained. It's such a cool, twisting adventure, the murder mystery aspect to it. This remake looks insane. Like, the trailer was like 10 seconds long. It basically just confirmed it exists. And this is one of the few trailers that didn't have a release date. Almost everything here had a release date or a release window. This is one of the ones where they just basically said, hey, it exists. But I gotta admit that even that to me is so dang exciting. Oh my god. The fact that this was even at the Xbox Showcase, giant Xbox W. Next up, what do we got? Outer Worlds 2. So there were rumors that basically a lot of companies were waiting to announce their release date until after they knew when GTA 6 was coming out, right? I mean, if you have a big high budget game, tons of marketing and stuff, you don't want to accidentally drop it near the GTA nuke. Now that we know that GTA is coming out in May 2026, suddenly we see lots of release dates materializing. Now the Outer Worlds 2, this was a really good trailer. I really like the Outer Worlds 1. This seems to have more gadgets, more blood, more crazy guns. If you did not play the original Outer Worlds, this is by the people that originally invented Fallout. This is Obsidian Entertainment, the people that did Fallout New Vegas later on, and a bunch of stuff. Obsidian is extremely good. That, to me, is awesome. Now, I do want to quickly note here, I'm not going to talk about too many of the games that I absolutely hated. There was stuff during this that, in my opinion, was so boring, I didn't even bother to pull it up, right? Every single time there's an Xbox showcase, they always talk about their DLC. Hey, we have another expansion for, I don't know, everything, right? Elder Scrolls Online, Sea of Thieves, every time, Age of Mythology, here's a bunch of patches and DLC. I don't find that stuff interesting. And also, I just feel like, to me, it's the one complaint I have every single year about the Xbox Showcase. I'm here to see new games. I'm here to see what's crazy and epic about Game Pass, or what I'm going to want to pre-order on my PlayStation 5, right? Stuff basically not like High on Life 2. Look, I'm going to be a hater. I'm like a lot of people. I used to like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty used to, I don't know, be funny. And then we started to get worse and worse seasons, more and more cringe. High on Life 1, I feel like it is purposeful cringe humor. What if you had two guns that never, ever, ever shut up during a 10-hour long game? Somehow they're doing a sequel. I don't care. This trailer looked bad. I am definitely not. Look, I'm saying High on Life 2 is the kind of game, even if I got it for free, I would never, ever play it. That's how bad that looked to me. Okay, next up, the Xbox handheld. Now, there were leaked photos. There's been a bunch of leaked information about this. It's now been confirmed. I've done some videos talking about this because this is such a strange project in that there were originally rumors that Xbox wanted to make a dedicated handheld, something that actually you'd install the games, you'd play them directly on it, and roughly the power of like an Xbox Series X to have an actual Xbox portable console. That's technically not what this is. Instead, the Xbox X ROG Ally, this is just a ROG Ally. This is a system that already exists. It's a more powerful Steam Deck, but it has a bunch of different launchers on it. You can boot up Battle.net, you can boot up Steam, you can boot up good old games. You can play a lot of different launchers on this. Now it's got the Xbox launcher as well, and it's got a handy dandy Xbox button. This to me seems a bit odd. I am tempted to buy this. I'll make you guys a deal. If this video gets 2,000 likes, whenever this comes out, I'll buy it and review it because I do like my Steam Deck a lot. I think the idea of a more upgraded Steam Deck, even graphically power-wise, that to me is extremely interesting. But also, I still think it's odd about how Xbox thinks that this is a decent replacement. Now, to be clear, this does not play the entirety of the Xbox catalog. It basically just plays Windows games. So if it's already something that works on Windows, it will work on this, but it sounds like you have to buy it separately, or I guess it's the Play Anywhere game. So if you bought something for full price, it's playable on this, but I don't think it synchronizes with like Game Pass. I want to learn more about this because I still feel like the premise of this doesn't really make sense to me, but maybe when I actually get a chance to try it, I'll go, oh, okay. So let's talk about a couple of the surprise games. Stuff that we did not know existed until it showed up. So, Blood of the Dawnwalker coming out next year. This trailer looked insanely fun. I had never heard of this. Maybe it had been out there, but basically it takes place during the feudal ages or the dark ages, and basically vampires show up. Turns out vampires have always existed, but they wanted to wait till humanity was sufficiently at a naturally weakened state, times of the serfdom. So instead of coming in and just killing everybody, they kill the aristocracy, they kill the royalty, they kill the dukes, they kill the lords, and they take over their positions. So now they rule the land, and they're using people as cattle. Yeah, run your farm, but we're going to drink your blood, bad boy. It's about a guy who seems to be some random like farmer dude who gets turned into a vampire, either by accident or on purpose, and decides, hey, instead of joining you guys, I'm going to kill you all one by one. It looks like a stealth action game with like vampire magic. We see him teleporting and stuff. It almost to me looks a bit like, I don't know, Dishonored. And to me, that is so freaking fun looking. I cannot wait to play this. Okay, Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out October 21st. Game Pass, Xbox, PlayStation 5. This to me, it really seems like the later half of the year is starting to really fill up. Ninja Gaiden. This looks so deliciously bloody intense. Now, famously, a lot of the Ninja Gaiden games are kind of hard. I want to play this so bad. I want to get my butt kicked. I want to learn the new combos. Playing as Ryu Hayabusa again. Getting giant bloody hammers and stuff. Going against robot demons. Oh my god. This game is going to be the bee's knees. Okay. Here's one of the weirdest reveals they did today. And one that I honestly did not see coming. This is by Game Freak, the Pokemon people. It's a game that takes place in the year 4000. And like there's 20 humans left in the world, it seems like. And they're basically going against these giant evil monsters. I didn't like this trailer because it is another Soulsborne. And as much as I love Dark Souls-style games, as much as I love big, epic, multi-phase boss fights or having to perfectly parry 6 hits in a row, I feel like we're getting so many of them revealed back to back. They are starting to blend together. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to even remember this game by the time I'm done filming the video. Maybe when it gets closer to launch, maybe we'll see more trailers. Hopefully they give us a demo or something like that. As I guess, cool of a concept as it is, I guess it's not even really a cool concept. We're just seeing so many of these games so close together. I cannot possibly care. Like this, whatever, man. Seriously, right? Okay, next up. This is maybe my game of the show. Clockwork Revolution. Now, I'm very much obsessed with BioShock, right? Got my big old BioShock tattoos. Not a big shock, right? Okay, this game to me looks very BioShock. Now, this trailer was super long. It takes place in a town that's a mix of like robot people. It takes place in like 1853, but for some reason it's like a industrial revolution era where they have robotics. So you're going against robot people, and there's all these like people in town that are just downright evil, really jerky factory owners and stuff, and you're trying to rise up and kill them one by one, right? But about 90% to the trailer, they announced that the way these guys have so much technology, the way that guys rule everybody, is they have some sort of time travel devices. Like the people that own the town, who own the factories, they cannot just restore items and stuff. If they do somehow think something's going against the plans, they just rewind time. You steal that device. So there's all sorts of stuff where you can rebuild cover. You can just like make a wall in front of you. There was a time where it showed him charge up his like time gauntlet, touch somebody, and instant age them down to dust. Whatever is going on in this game, this looks extremely, extremely, extremely good. If they told me this was an Xbox exclusive, I would straight up champion buying an Xbox. That's how good this looks. This looks insanely freaking fun. Okay, next up, what do we got here? Grounded 2. Look, I don't care. Grounded 1, not my kind of game. I don't like survival games. If I have to drink water every 10 minutes to keep playing the game, if I have to constantly look for food, I hate survival games. I've played them in the past. I thought they were cool sometimes. I'm just at a point where I don't like kind of games where I always feel like I'm having to do maintenance mode. Look, man, I already eat 5 meals a day in real life. I'm not looking to have hunger meters in my video games. Some people, I'm sure, are going to be very, very happy about this, and congrats to y'all. I know this game is going to be very fun. I have heard that Grounded 1 had a massive fan base. I have a bunch of friends in real life who love Grounded 1, who even restarted playing it when it came to PlayStation 5, just so they could build up all the camps and play through all the DLC again. But for me, I could not possibly care. Now, Bloober Team obviously recently did the Silent Hill 2 remake. Very, very good game. Love, love, love that. But they're working on a new thing. Kronos The New Dawn. But we hadn't really seen gameplay of it. They mostly teased like songs and cinematic trailers and stuff. This was the first time where they did a long actual demo. This is going to be a survival horror game, but to me, it also looks like more than that. These screenshots are not a very good representation of it, but it looks like, I think they said the story is that it takes place, it's people from like the year 2500 are coming back to like 1999 when there was this massive outbreak of like a zombie virus mutating people and merging them all together into these big organic masses. You're people that are basically coming back and trying to rescue more survivors from this time period or something. This trailer looked actually terrifying, and it actually just looked so classically horror-based. I very much love save one bullet horror. Times where you're actually trying to scrounge for ammo and be afraid, dark flashlights in a pitch black room. This looks like it's going to be very, very fun. I feel like I trust Bloober Team a lot because Silent Hill 2 Remake was so good. So the fact that they made this right afterward, I definitely am ready to play it. And apparently coming out here relatively soon. Fall 2025 is coming up very, very soon. Oh yeah, here's a weird game. I have no idea. There were a lot of indie games in here that I just did not even care to save. Ghost of the Grand, you're like a dude who has a gun that cleans stuff and you're trying to solve your dad's disappearance. I don't care. This honestly looks like just boring ass indie to be indie, whatever. Okay. Muang Two Hearts. So this looks like a stealth action game. It takes place, it looks like China or Korea. I liked most of this trailer. It had all these cool shots of them sneaking around, taking out targets. All the different characters seemed to have different styles of stealth, and I thought that was great. It had all these cool things of like, how do you know you don't believe the propaganda? Lots of cool lines like that. But then towards the end of the trailer, it looked like zombies show up. That's less cool to me. I just want a stealth action game with like a cool story. I don't need every game to have magic, cybernetic zombies. Maybe that's a tiny part of the game. Maybe that's just an illusion or something. But supernatural elements are, I feel like, I like stealth. I like supernatural. But once you make stealth supernatural, to me it becomes a lot less enticing. Solo leveling, Arise Overdrive with a 4-player co-op. Look, man, I'm a normal human. I watch Solo Leveling. I know some people don't like Solo Leveling. They say it's a bad anime because it's just vibes, bro. but I love solo leveling. I am definitely going to play this, and I'm definitely going to play it with my best friends also obsessed with solo leveling, so we're going to go up the hell out of that. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, another trailer today. They showed Bam Margera, which apparently got added to the game very late. We got Ninja Turtles. Doom looks so funny in it. Demo available today. I'm actually, if that demo is available for free, I'm definitely going to play that. I don't know if I want to pay for a demo, right? Okay, Gears of War Reloaded. This is a remake, obviously, of Gears of War 1, coming to PlayStation 5, coming to Xbox, coming to everything. They announced that if you pre-order this on any console, there's going to be a beta coming up next Friday. And you're probably thinking, why would you care about a beta? Look, man, my thing is, I love Gears of War. I love, love, love Gears of War. I even read the really terrible Gears of War books and the Gears of War comics. I'm probably going to pre-order this on PlayStation just to play that beta because I love this game and I want to play it so bad. If I see you online, I'm definitely going to chainsaw your asses. Okay, next up. Here was a game that everybody on Twitter seemed to be excited about. I was less thrilled about. I like Invincible, but I want an Invincible story-based game. It's an Invincible 3v3 fighting game. Maybe it's just that we have so many fighting games that have all been announced back-to-back. There's that big Marvel fighting game being made by, who's the people that do Guilty Gear? Those people. Arc System Works. I feel like I'm more excited about that project because I like Arc System Works a lot. This to me, I don't know, man. I don't think I want a fighting game of Invincible. Everybody else seems to be thrilled about it. Look at that. God, 5.4 thousand freaking likes here in 30 minutes. That is insane. Maybe it'll win me over, but right now, not super hyped. Oh yeah, they announced Final Fantasy VII coming to Xbox. That's wild. Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox today. I got to admit, that was a pretty big shock. Keeper from Double Fine, the people that did everything from Grim Fandango and obviously they did recently that Psychonauts 2. I don't really get it. I don't really understand a big walking tower. Okay, quirky and fun. We'll see how fun it actually ends up being. Now, the last trailer they showed, their big one more thing, was a trailer that looked awesome and it had like robots talking to people and like crazy cyber future. And then it turned out to be Black Ops 7. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought I heard some leaks that people who have been internally testing Black Ops 7 said it is awful. It is just dookie in the pants. It is bad, 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 bad. Now, there's games that have been bad before launch and they clean it up before it comes out, so we don't even see how rough it was. But this was the most I've ever went from hell yeah in a trailer to in a trailer in a very long time. Overall, I gotta say, the Xbox showcase was very fun. It was fun to watch. It was fun to see. It was fun to have all these games. It was fun to see the new hardware. It was actually entertaining. And I do think part of it's just the fact that it being an hour long instead of 2 hours long, I do think that helps it stay tight. It was constant reveals back to back to back to back to back. You really didn't get a chance to be bored because there was always another crazy reveal coming up. Xbox does some pretty damn good showcases. This was their best in quite a while. I cannot wait to play all these games on PS5 this year. But how did you feel about it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming.